We've made peach salsa many a times, but hey y'all, I'm coming out here to give the chickens a little treat. I had some cucumbers that were starting to get a little soft, so I'm gonna bring them out here to them. I had also left my tripod out here and I need to come grab it because Justin and I these chickens, I have this house blocked off to try to get them to use those new nest boxes, and a couple of them still get in here. They still manage to get in here and lay eggs, but I gotta grab my tripod because Justin and I are going to make some peach salsa today, and I'm going to show you what we're doing. Now, it's a new recipe. We've made peach salsa many a times, but I was looking for a new recipe, one that was heavy on the peach, had some other flavors that I was really looking for. And I think I found a good recipe, but you can come with us. We'll try it out today and see how it turns out. While we were out here, I was going to show you. I haven't checked in there in a day or two. Whenever we feed them, I'll check. No, but they should any time. They should start laying any time. While we were out here, thought I'd show you. And that's always just a really super exciting thing to me. One of my most exciting things to see in the garden are those little tiny watermelon. And they start to show up. We're about to get started on the salsa. The first thing we're going to do is blanch the peaches and the tomatoes to peel them. All that is putting them in some boiling water for a little bit, then over into some cold water, and the skins will just peel right off. I'll show it to you, but that's as simple as it is, and it makes peeling them very easy. So that's the first thing we're going to do. Couple things before we get started. One, I've already told you, this is a new to us recipe, so I'll just have to tell you what we think about it as we go, as we're making it and canning it, and we'll let you know what it tastes like. The other thing is, this is not technically an approved recipe, so you can decide how you feel about that. I've been canning long enough, and I'm confident enough in my canning skills to know what to look for in recipes that make them safe recipes, whether it's salsa or jams and jellies, what I can water back in, what I need to pressure can. And looking at this recipe, I'm confident in canning this for my family. You can decide what you want to do for your family. There are a couple things I'm going to change in it. One, the recipe calls for cornstarch, and I'm going to link it down in the description box so you can see it. It calls for cornstarch, and I'm not going to say that's bad or that you can't do it, but it's not recommended. Adding flour or cornstarch as a thickener to something you're going to can is not necessarily recommended. Again, I'm not going to say you can't do it. I don't really thicken my salsas anyway. Some salsa recipes do call for like clear gel to thicken them, and I never do that. I don't mind if my salsa's not super thick. So I'm going to leave the cornstarch out, and it's still perfectly fine to do that. Matter of fact, it's probably considered safer to leave the cornstarch out. And then the recipe also says to cook your tomatoes, your vegetables, all those things on the stovetop for a while. Take it off the heat, add the peaches in, and then put it in your jars and can it. I always put my peaches in with it. When I'm making peach salsa, I always heat my peaches with all my other things, my tomatoes and my vegetables. So I'm going to do that today. That's just how I always do peach salsa. And I go ahead and heat my peaches, let them start getting hot with everything else. So I'm going to do that today.
You've got ice in that freezer over there.
Oh, I forget. I knew that was in there because I saw it when I opened it up this morning.
What is this for?
After you get the peel off, and the peels need to go in this because I'm saving it for jelly. And we'll do the tomatoes the same way to peel them. It doesn't take the tomatoes quite as long in the boiling water. And on both of them, I make an X on the bottom with a knife to make it easier to start peeling it when I go to peel them. Sometimes it's easier too when you're peeling them to take a knife and get under the edge of the skin. Well, should have showed you before I got most of it off. But sometimes it's easier to get the knife under the edge and peel it back. I'll show you on this one.
Easton needs more fire cider.
You ready for some more fire cider, Easton? You ready for some more fire cider?
Yeah.
I watched the video the other day. It was what was Megan and Andy at Tree Grit. Amy was making a salsa, but she did like a fire roasted salsa. She put them on the black, she put her tomatoes and peppers on the black sun and charred them.
I can see it now.
I like to do the jalapeno and put them with that. Right, there's 4 ounces. So both of them would be a full cup.
How many? So 8 ounces.
So it would be
one full one and then
and a half.
half of another.
My father.
No, Wyatt brought them. Hudson brought them back in, so they're inside somewhere. How much cumin do you want to do?
Probably half of what it said. I mean, I don't know. You know how cumin is.
What's half a tablespoon on this thing? 2 teaspoons. Teaspoon. Back yonder in the back.
Where around this road?
You gonna do the full paprika?
Yeah. You ate your pizza, love. Here, here's a napkin. Sit down and eat your pizza. He ate most of his pizza. Got a quarter?
Yeah.
This is smelling a little spicy.
Okay.
I think it was labeled sweet and spicy peach salsa, so. Pretty. Let me show y'all how pretty. We're gonna leave it chunky like this, or we're gonna put the immersion blender in it and bend it down a little bit. Leave it chunky. Leave it chunky. Everybody around here seems to like chunky salsa. I'm gonna bring it to a boil, and then I'll turn it down and let it simmer for about 15 minutes. And then we can put it in our jars. I still had some of my pickles sitting in there on the counter. I needed to get them brought and put up. Everything's starting to soften up. We can probably, I'll get this stuff ready to start putting it in jars. Is it spicy?
It is spicy. It's not terribly overbearing spicy.
Good. Let me try it.
Well, I got the scoop so you can scoop it and you got it broken.
What, hot? That's good. Did I ever say what I was trying to get out? I think you'll be able to taste it better when it's cool. It looks pretty.
We went out there too early.
Does it look pretty now?
No.
That was the last one. They've all sealed. It's the next day. The salsa has cooled off. All of our jars sealed. We got 6 pints. Really, we would have gotten 7, and that's what the recipe said, was that it would make 7 pints. But we kept what would be about the amount of another pint in the refrigerator for just to go ahead and be eaten on. And it's really good. After it cools off, you can really taste the flavors better. It's a very good sweet and spicy. The sweet from the peaches, the spicy from the peppers. I left the seeds in the peppers in my jalapenos, and then it called for red pepper flakes. We were drying some cayenne peppers for red pepper flakes, so I cut one of those up and put in it. And it has a little bit of a kick, but I think it needs it. There's just something about this that I feel like needs that sweet and spicy. You could take the seeds out of your peppers if you wanted to, though. It's really good, and it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. Like, enter it in the county fair. Pretty. It'll look nice sitting on our shelf. I kind of joke when we're canning things that we're stocking our grocery store shelves, but that's kind of what it's like. We've got all of our pickles lined up, and our salsas, and our vegetables, and our jellies and jams, and so it's nice when our grocery store shelves look pretty, right? Most importantly, it tastes. I did change a couple of things, and I mentioned some of those to you. Left the cornstarch out, but I don't really think it needed it. Cooked the peaches with all the other vegetables, and then we halved the amount of cumin. When you're canning, and salsa is a good example, you don't want to change the amount of tomatoes or peaches or onion or peppers. You could change the kind of peppers, but not the amount. You don't want to change the amount of vinegar or lemon juice or lime juice. Usually don't want to change the amount of salt or sugar, because those a lot of times are figured into what's preserving your food. But when it comes to the spices like the cumin, the paprika, those kinds of things, you can change that up. And we did half the amount of cumin because sometimes to us cumin gets a little overpowering. So we did half the amount, and I'm happy with that. They're playing dinosaurs over there. Well, we're always playing dinosaurs around here, huh? I'm going to put the recipe down in the description box for you. I'm going to put a link to the recipe I used. Again, you know what I changed. I'm also going to put a link to a video where I talk about water bath canning in case you're new or newer to canning and you want to know some of those ins and outs about like headspace and the equipment that I use and how Mama taught me to can. I'll put a link to that down below as well if you need some more information about actually water bath canning. I enjoy canning and preserving food, but especially when I can do it with my family. It's nice to have Justin in the kitchen with me yesterday. He likes to can with me when he can when he can. Sometimes I'm doing it when he's at work or doing other things, but when he can get in here and help me, that's always a good time. Can with Audrey a lot, so it's nice to be preserving food, but it's also a really good time for us to like hang out as a family. And it was fun to set the camera up and let you hang out with us yesterday. Alright, y'all, that's going to be it for this one. I love you. I appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.